So here's the InDesign document. You can see it's a pretty standard document. Got some of this stuff on the master page, normal type styling. Here's the bullets. This is just text. So in5 actually does this in the output. When we export this as live text, it does those bullet builds in the output. And I'm going to show you how I set that up so in5 does that. So go up to the in5 menu and go to this new enhancement section and go to presentation mode. Now under presentation mode, the first checkbox basically allows me to toggle presentation mode on or off. And then I have settings for the keyboard navigation, for full screen, whether or not I want to hide things when I'm in full screen, like the navigation arrows or the viewer display that might be at the bottom with the title of the document, and the thumbnail buttons, and all that stuff. And then I also have these slide build options, and those are what let me set up the animations that build as we navigate. So that uses the on-click animations. I'll show you those in a second. And here are the bullet options, both to build the bullet list items, but then to dim them after they're done. And then we can also enable the save to home screen on iOS if you want to use this as a mobile presentation. That would allow you to save it to the user's desktop and open the presentation from there as if it were an app. And you can use the application caching feature in the in5 dialog to set up caching as well. Let's take a look at this page with the build animations. This is all built with the animation and timing panel. And the important difference is the event that's used. I'll go to timing. You can see that. There's the rectangle. So if I select this object, you can see this rectangle is the last thing in the animation sequence. There's also this group that's in here of those individual lines. Let me actually hide the rectangle so you can see that. So here are those individual lines, and they each have an animation applied to it. Now the really important thing is that this is an on-page click. The default event is on-page load. So you just change that to on-page click and choose the on-page click animations in the slide build section of the presentation mode panel. And that'll build those up as you click the arrow keys, you click the mouse button, however you set up your navigation. Now if you leave it as the on-page load, the animations will play automatically. So you just have this option to sort of build animation elements one at a time. And the last bit of the presentation mode panel is the autoplay section. Let's take a look at that in the next video.